Hello, welcome back to my new video. Today I'm doing my go-to makeup look slash everyday makeup look, but in reality my everyday makeup look to work is a bit more natural than this. Like, I do the exact same steps but not as much coverage, I would say. So I guess it's my everyday makeup look. So I thought I would do that because who knows, there might be someone out there who's interested to see what I do to my face. So I thought I'd show you. I'm not going to babble on for too long, so keep on watching if you would like to see how I do on my face most days. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my face. I like using quite a moisturizing primer. I just feel like sometimes my skin can feel a little bit dull. So I like to make sure I put on a nice primer. And lately I've been using the Napoleon Purtis Autopilot primer. I really like this because it's very moisturizing and very hydrating, and I just like the way it feels like on my skin. So that's what I'm going to use. I'll just get a little bit like this, and then I just put it all over my face. Rub it in. For foundation, this is the one that I always reach for. It's like my go-to. I just absolutely love it, and I've been using it for years. It is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. Surprise, surprise, I use this in like every video. I really need to try more foundations, but I really love this, and it is my go-to. And this is like my go-to makeup look, so I'm gonna use it. Usually I'll just get like a Real Techniques expert face brush, and I'll chuck a little bit on that, and I will just start to work this in to my face. I start from the middle of the face and then blend the product out, just so you get all the product in the center, and then it's not so it's not so harsh when you're blending it out, and it looks a bit more natural. So now that the foundation is on, I go straight in with concealer, of course, and there is a new concealer that I really want to try today. I've actually had it for like a month and I haven't used it yet. I've been very good leaving it to try in a video, so I thought this would be the perfect time to do so. So this is the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. So this is the packaging, and what's really funny about this concealer is that it's freaking huge. It looks like it could be in a little foundation bottle. So this is what it looks like. It is huge. It's like the biggest concealer I've ever seen, but I've heard really good things about it, and I've been wanting to try it, and I needed a new concealer anyway, so I just thought I'm gonna buy this online and just give it a whirl. I don't know if the shade is going to match me. I got light beige, so we'll see how we go, but I'm really keen to try it because it looks amazing. So I'm going to open it, of course. I'm going to apply it to my under eyes. It's a bit there. It's got a pretty strong scent to it. I'm gonna do that. I'll do some up here as well. It kind of blends into my foundation almost, the shade. Maybe I'll buy another light one if I like this one. And I always do some in here because it's quite dark in the corners of your eyes, I find. So I always make sure I put some in the corners of my eyes, and I put some just underneath my brow bone as well, because I find it's a bit hard to get foundation there without it going all through your eyebrows, and I just don't really like the look of eyebrows. I mean, the look of foundation in your eyebrows, it's not my thing. So I just put a bit of concealer there just to make sure there's some coverage there. I obviously either get a brush or I get a beauty blender to blend it in. Today I think I'll just use a brush. This is the Real Techniques Deluxe Concealer Brush, and I'm also going to use think I'll also use my Quartz Beauty concealer buffer. I really like this. It's really good to buff in the larger areas. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to buff this in. That buffed in way too quickly. That's amazing. So let's see how this concealer goes. I've heard amazing things about it, so that's what made me buy it. I just jumped onto Mecca. I could have gone into the store because there is one really close to me at my local shopping center, but it was around Christmas time and I just thought no. And I had a gift card and I just thought I'm just going to jump online and buy it through there. The delivery though around Christmas time, I couldn't believe how quick it was. I was like, oh shit, that's amazing. So I jumped at that. Holy crap, that is actually so nice. Oh wow, oh shit, that looks great. I'm really shocked, that looks really nice. That's a really nice concealer. Wow, that's really brightened everything up. It's blended out really nicely as well. That's so nice. Holy moly, that's really nice. It is very full coverage. Actually, I can't believe how good this looks. Damn. Actually, I might put on a little bit of lip balm. I love it's the Body Shop Born Lippy Lip Balm in Strawberry. I'm obsessed with it. And it's just nice to put something on your lips when you're doing your makeup. Okay, so next is powder, and the powder that I'm obsessed with for like my face is the Australis Fresh and Flawless. I will like use my Too Faced like Born This Way, or I'll use my Maybelline Fit Me, the loose one as well. But just for every day, I always reach for my Australis Fresh and Flawless. It's just been one that I've used since I was like 18, 19. And it's just that constant beauty product for me. And so is the MAC Studio Fix. And so is the Maybelline Master Precise Liquid Liner when I do my liner. It's just like, those are just products that have been consistent for me throughout the years. And I think it's really nice when you find products like that, because you know that they work for you. And then you can always come back to them if you decide to get a bit adventurous, which I've done many times. I did take a break from the Studio Fix for a year or two, and I was like, and then I bought it again, and then I was like, where has this been all my life? So, but now I have backup, so I'm always prepared for every situation. Then I get a big ass powder brush, like a bronzer brush. I've got a few. Once again, I've reached for Real Techniques. I've used Real Techniques for years. I love their brushes. I have so many other brushes that I love, but I just seem to be reaching for Real Techniques today. And this is generally the brushes that I do reach for every day anyway. So I'm going to use some of my NARS Laguna bronzer to bronze up my face, just all around. So I'm not too careful with this. I just do it to add a bit of colour back into my face. And to be honest, I don't find that this bronzer is too pigmented, like it's very natural for me. When I first got it, I wasn't too impressed, but I don't mind it now. Like, it's actually very natural and nice, especially if I'm like not fake tanned and I just want to have a bit more of a bronzed look. I literally just go nuts with this because you kind of can. This bronzer, it's just one of those ones that you can build up forever and it doesn't look too much. Then I get another bronzer, and this is my favorite at the moment. It's the Too Faced Chocolate Gold. I love this because I really love kind of more bronzers that have a shimmer, like a glow to them. I don't like matte bronzers. I love this one and it smells amazing too. I definitely am a fan of Too Faced and their bronzers. So I'm just getting this Zoeva Luxe Sheer Cheek Brush. It's number 127. So I get this and I apply this and kind of contour with this, but kind of also bronze up my face as well. Blending it into my hairline and up to my temples and around my forehead, and I put a bit on my neck and my jawline. I just really love to look glowy. Whenever I get my makeup like professionally done, I always say like bronzy and glowy. That's kind of how I like my skin to look, at least. So next is eyes. I'm weird, I do bronzer, eyes, and I do blush kind of more later on. So once again, I'm going to use a product that I've been using very frequently on my channel, and I'm sorry, but I want to do my go-to makeup look and actually use products that I use every day when I do this look. This is the Jaclyn Hill palette once again, but I just love this because it has everything I need. I do have other palettes around and I do reach for them, but I have this on my desk every day. And when I'm getting ready in the morning, I'm really not looking for a specific palette. I'm really just looking for a couple of different colors or one color. I don't go too crazy, but I just wanted to show you the type of look that I do, and it's just easy to show you with the Jaclyn Hill palette because it's right here. So that's what I'm gonna do. Apologies for how disgusting this one is. I've really butchered it. But what I do first is I go in with a nice kind of muted brown shade, and I just apply this into my crease. I don't do it too neatly, to be honest. Kind of just blend it in. Apply a bit into the outer third as well. My door just banged, soz. Put some on my lower lash line. I'm not too careful, as you can see. I just kind of dust it under, just so there's something there for now. So as you can see, it's just like created a nice shadow on the eyes. It's nothing too dramatic, but I do go a little bit darker with it. So what I'll generally do is I'll start to mix in these more like red toned browns, and I'll start to put them on the outer corner of my eye and kind of blend it in just so it kind of looks a bit more smoky. Okay, that's enough. So I just put it on the outer third, and as you can see, I'm just like kind of blending it in circular motions, but also buffing it up into the crease. So as you can see, I'm not taking it far in at all. I'm leaving the middle and the whole corner free, and I'll show you what I do with that in a second. I'll just keep blending this out. Also with the same kind of color, mix in with the touch, just a touch of a darker one. I run that on my lower lash line. I really go for reddy, browny, bronzy eyeshadow shades because my eyes are blue, and this makes it all stand out. So as you can see, that's added a whole lot without doing really anything at all. Okay, so now that I've done that, I then go in with like a champagne-y pink or like a more pearly white. I usually go for these three, usually like more of a champagne color or like a nice subtle bronze color, and I will pack that just on my lid just to add a bit of sparkle. I always like a shimmery kind of color there and leave it matte on the outer edges. So just packing that on, and a bit on the inner corner as well. So if you can see, that's just added a really nice shimmer without going too over the top, and that's just what I like when I'm doing kind of more of a everyday look. So it just like makes your eyes kind of open up a bit more instead of like having all that dark shadow on the inner parts of the eye. So it just makes it open up a bit more and then kind of goes into that gradient effect with the darker shade on the outer part. So that's what I like to do. Okay, next I go in with eyeliner. So as always, this is the Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Eye Crayon in Blacker. And I tightline with this. I don't even know if people still tightline. I don't see it too much on YouTube, but I find that tightlining makes a huge difference to my eyes. It really makes my lashes just stand out and makes everything kind of look really volumized, which is what I like. So I get this and I literally, this is scary if you haven't seen this, I kind of just like lift up my eye where you can see that little part right where my lashes are, and I apply liner there. So it looks scary and you'll probably blink 1,000 times and poke yourself in the eye if you haven't done it before, but I do this every single time because it makes such a huge difference for me. So you might be able to see that my lashes here are much more volumized, whereas here they're a little bit more like separated, I don't know, right at the base. So this really makes a huge difference for me. It makes them look way more black right at the base, and it just makes my lashes look more full, and who doesn't want full looking lashes? So I always do it. I do have my favorites when it comes to mascaras, but I don't really have any at hand at the moment, so I'm going to use this L'Oreal Unlimited mascara, and this is one that you can like bend and everything. I am liking this one so far. It actually is really good at separating your lashes and lengthening them, which is nice. So I'm just going to apply a generous coat on my top and bottom lashes. Mascara is the one thing that makes that big difference for me. And I have pretty long lashes, so putting on mascara just ties everything together. Look at that difference. That's crazy. Oh my god, I look like a bald eagle here. Jesus Christ. I wouldn't be able to survive without mascara. It does so much for me. I'm really glad I do have long lashes, to be honest. It really does help. Never had eyelash extensions, and I don't think I ever will. I don't know. I see some people with eyelash extensions and I just hate how tacky they can look, and just when they start to fall off and they like clump together and everything, I'm just like, oh no, you look like you, I don't know, like you need a shower or something. I can't. Oh no, not for me, not for me. Okay, I know what you're thinking, Amber, get your eyebrows on. I was thinking the same thing. So I'm gonna do my eyebrows. And I always use my Benefit Precisely my brow pencil. Live for this. She's a good gal. So I'm going to fill in my brows with this. I start up here and then I make like a curve so that my tail is thicker, and then I'll join at the end. So my brows are on. I'm just going to go in with the Benefit Gimme Brow Plus and just roughly brush this through my, oh, just broke myself in the eye. Just going to roughly brush this through. I'm going to go in with blush. This is the Benefit Gold Rush Blush. I love this. This is kind of like my go-to everyday blush, just because it's really subtle and it's a nice peachy color. And this is the Quartz Beauty Angled Blush Brush. So I'm going to apply some of this just so it adds a little bit of color. It's just such a pretty blush and it's just perfect for every day. So what I'll usually do from there is set my face. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. So just shake this up. I'm just going to spray my face. Horrible spraying because I'm doing it with my good arm. And then I kind of let that just dry, but then while it's drying, I highlight just while it's still kind of a little bit wet, but I kind of let it dry down for a bit longer. The MAC Fix Plus is always really good for this. So I might just spray a little bit, fanning myself until it dries a bit more. But before it dries completely, I get my highlighter brush. This is the Morphe M501. I absolutely love this brush. And I'm going to take my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed Highlighter. And this is in the shade Opal. It is so nice. Perfect highlighter shade. I absolutely love this. It's a beautiful champagne-y gold. I just love it. So I will take a bit of that and I will highlight my face. I like highlighters that look really like wet on your skin, and so I find when I spray a bit of Fix Plus or just a setting spray that it sticks to it a bit and it makes your highlighter look nice and like wet, so it's not chunky or anything. It just like makes it look a bit more, not natural, but I guess so. Gives you that glow from within kind of vibe. When it comes to lips, I like to go pretty natural, kind of like a pinky or a nude color. But I've been really loving this Bite Beauty French Press lip gloss in Vanilla Latte. So it's this really nice nude, and I love putting this on. So that just looks really pretty and I love it. It's just natural. When you first put it on, you think it's going to be like super pigmented and you're going to look really washed out. Then you just blend it in and it looks really nice. So that is my go-to makeup look. As you can see, it's pretty like glowy, very neutral toned eyeshadows and everything. I just love everything looking very glowy, bronzy and neutral. My dogs are barking as always. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe. I don't have a lot of subscribers yet, but that's okay. Just chipping away, hoping for the best, but would appreciate if anyone subscribed. That would be nice. Leave a comment if you'd like. Always down for a chat. And even press that little like notifications bell so you can get like a notification when I upload if you're like that keen on me right now, because you know, you never know these days who could be a secret admirer. So thank you so much for watching. I hope it was semi-interesting, and I will see you in my next video very soon. Bye.